quickly ticking down on the suspect.
We're just having our tea and watching this. Working a little bit on a footbed. Doing some stretches. Oh, not really stretches. If I had to call it something, breath body movement.
The pursuit ended when the suspect crashed into a ditch at Highway 70 and Elliott Road, immediately fleeing on foot. Inside the abandoned car, troopers found his phone with his own face on the lock screen and his dropped wallet containing his driver's license. With his identity fully confirmed, the vehicle was towed while the search began. He didn't stay on the run for long, as his own parents tracked him down later that day and brought him straight to police headquarters to face felony. Inside the abandoned car, troopers found his phone with his own face on the lock screen and his dropped wallet containing his driver's license. With his identity fully confirmed, the vehicle was towed while the search began. He didn't stay on the run for long, as his own parents tracked him down later that day and brought him straight to police headquarters to face felony fleeing charges. It was July 6th, 2026. Sergeant Tyler Nelson was on daily patrol when he noticed a gold Jeep Commander with the driver behind the wheel not wearing a seatbelt. He immediately turned around and activated his lights, but as the suspect looked in his mirrors and saw the patrol Dodge Charger, he hit the gas. The suspect lost control and slammed into a utility pole, which caused the Jeep to flip onto its side. Troopers rushed to the Jeep and pulled the driver, John Fletcher, out through the vehicle's sunroof. He was taken to the hospital to get checked out before being booked into jail. Fletcher is now facing a mountain of charges, including felony fleeing and criminal mischief, and is being held on a $100,000 bond, along with a warrant from the California Board of Parole.
It's really nice. It tastes just kind of like an English breakfast tea.
It was January 11th, 2023. Trooper Mark Blackerby clocked a red Ford Mustang flying at 90 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour zone. The moment the trooper activated his lights, the driver slammed on the gas, pushing the Mustang to a dangerous 130 miles per hour through heavy interstate traffic.
X-ray 7. Everybody is 753 from 15 in pursuit. 35 31.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Those used to be really cool. They're probably back in the 90s. They probably still are. Just, I don't know. Gotta look at a lot of jewelry, I guess. Do you see them often? No. I remember there was like the moon rings and it would change with the temperature. I think those are neat to kind of have just in general. Yeah, those rings that they have.
As they approached an exit, the suspect pulled a reckless stunt, swerving between two semi-trucks at over 100 miles per hour and causing the trooper to lose sight of him. However, later that afternoon,
Yeah,
the rental company pinged the stolen Mustang's GPS. 24 hours later, Trooper Stovall pinged the vehicle's location, and Trooper Blackerby immediately found the vehicle.
Working on a footbed mat.
Do what now?
Having some tea and watching
He
this.
learned it from a buddy, which one, I'm not sure. We don't, me and him just got back together and he has a problem with communication. But who he got it from, I don't know.
As good as can be
I wish I could tell you who, but I know
Believe that
I didn't know he
cliche.
was someone or who wanted to be any.
When he found the suspect, he immediately arrested him and took him into custody. And this is just a perfect example of how you can't run from the police forever. You might get away in the moment, but afterwards, no way. It's
I
impossible.
never know if I should ask, so what has you down? Or I'm
Naomi
glad to
just
hear you're
discovered
doing
the
good.
sweet sound of earning and saving money on vintage.
Yeah, people say that when they make the comment, about as good as can be expected. Depending on the tone they say it in, right? Because if they say, yeah, about as good as can be expected, it's like, geez, what's got you down? Yeah, but good as can be expected. All right, good. Glad to hear you're doing good. Right, if they were to say, yeah, about as good as can be expected, you're probably not going to say, hey, glad to hear you're doing good. It would create a different response based off of the tone, right? This one is on the Caught on Dash Cam channel. I have no idea. We'll watch it for a little bit. I'm not subscribed to this channel. We'll watch this one and check it out a little bit.
Ball pinged the vehicle's location, and Trooper Blackerby immediately found the vehicle.
Do what now?
All I know is that he learned it from a buddy, which one, I'm not sure. We don't, me and him just got back together and he has a problem with communication. But who he got it from, I'm not really going to know. I wish I could tell you who, but I know that I didn't know he was someone or who wanted to be any.
When he found the suspect, he immediately arrested him and took him into custody. And this is just a perfect example of how you can't run from the police forever. You might get away in the moment, but afterwards, no way. It's impossible. It was July 10th, 2026. Trooper Grady Pettigrew was patrolling on Kelly Highway when he clocked a black Mazda SUV flying at 50 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour zone. The trooper immediately made a U-turn to follow the vehicle, but the moment he activated his blue lights to initiate a traffic stop, the driver blew straight through a stop sign and hit the gas.
Clearly, lying thing. It's Jackson Alexander.
I'm on Ryerson Road. Going north up 38 now. They turned down the alley. They're getting out right out through.
I don't want to make a weapon.
No weapons, not like that on there. ID in your pocket.
The driver hit a dead-end alleyway where he and a passenger abandoned the car
He's got at
and
least
bolted.
6 hours.
The trooper gave chase on foot, deploying his taser, but the probes missed.
Yeah, I was a
Undeterred,
little off. I think
he
it was
quickly
about
caught up
9.
and tackled the suspect into custody. While the passenger vanished, a search of the driver, Ismael Tejas, revealed 35 grams of methamphetamine in his pocket, hitting him with felony fleeing and drug charges.
What's that? It was 9:14. Oh, okay. So that was close.
It was August 18th, 2024. Trooper Irvin Clokey received reports of a silver Lexus
I'd like to fact
flying at
check
over
you on
100
that.
miles per hour and weaving through traffic on Interstate 40. It didn't take long for the trooper to spot the California-tagged vehicle, clocking it at a staggering 116 miles per hour. He flipped on his lights and sirens, hitting speeds of 134 miles per hour just to keep up as the suspect began passing cars on the right shoulder.
He just tried to take some trips. We're still.
Breakfast now. 11, where you at?
As more units joined the chase, the driver recklessly attempted to pass traffic through the grassy median, slamming directly into the highway's cable barriers. Despite the heavy damage, he refused to lift his foot off the gas, flying down the interstate and aggressively faking toward exit ramps before swerving back onto the highway.
Exit 130, high traffic. Yeah, good aware. Come on down, right?
Wreck out, roll over, send it 1016, he's in the eastbound lane. Correction, westbound lane.
US 10 firing, but he rolled over to the westbound lane.
The suspect aggressively swerved again, losing complete control and flipping the Lexus a violent 15 times into a ditch. The driver, Kendall Jowett, was thrown 30 yards from the wreckage with severe leg injuries. He was airlifted to the hospital in stable condition, where he now faces a mountain of charges, including felony fleeing, reckless driving, and drug possession. It was July 11th, 2024. Trooper Price was patrolling Interstate 40 when a black Chevy Malibu quickly exited the highway to avoid him. A quick plate check revealed a classic drug trafficking pattern. The rental had traveled from Florida to Oklahoma and back in under 24 hours. The trooper waited for the Malibu to return to the interstate, clocked its speeding, and initiated a traffic stop.
How
you doing? Hey, I'm driving the speed limit and you're just going on past me.
Oh, you know what?
The 78? You got to take 78? 74, 76. Yes, sir. I'm driving the speed limit back here and you're just casually going away from me. So do you have a license with you? I'm super
put it in his
I was going speed limit.
Well, you just said 74 or 76.
I don't know, cruise control, 75.
You just said 76.
75, 76, I wasn't going.
Okay. Well, you got up 78. You have insurance? A rental car? Who'd you rent it from?
From Turo?
Turo?
Yeah, Turo.
You have your Turo rental agreement?
Kansas 41.
Where are you coming from today?
I'm just going to visit my girlfriend.
Where at?
In Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yeah,
Oh. Are you from Oklahoma?
No, we've known each other for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
How often you come visit her?
I come like every other week.
Every other week? Oh, good job. Okay.
Because she doesn't have her kids with her.
What kind of work do you do?
What kind of work I do? I'm actually getting into
Sushi?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I got you.
So here it is. So got it for.
Did you rent it yesterday?
What?
You rented it yesterday?
Yeah, I just came in for the day.
Oh, you just come. Where'd you rent it at? Florida?
No, somebody just does
I only
it
get to
just
see her
to be
I
funny.
only get to see her one day out of the week.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Heavy objects for
right now.
I believe you. I believe you. So, did you rent it in Florida?
No, I rented it in Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
You flew into Atlanta? Why'd you fly in Atlanta, not Oklahoma?
Well, because I just like flying to Atlanta. I do my trips. I go visit her.
Yeah.
And I stay with my brother.
Yeah.
And I just hang out.
I got you. You're good. Okay. How long you been out in Oklahoma? I guess it's just yesterday, I guess?
My girlfriend only has one night when I get to see her.
Yeah.
And then I just hang out with her.
I got you. Oh, you're good. No guns or anything on you, do you? No guns or anything on you? Okay, just something I do on the interstate for my safety. Just stand at my passenger window while I check your license out. Yep, just for my safety. You're good.
All right.
Approaching the vehicle, the trooper noticed fresh fingerprints on the trunk and a visibly shaking driver, Steven Gonzalez. When questioned, Gonzalez spun a mess of conflicting stories, first claiming he flew into Atlanta because he loved flying, before completely flipping his story to say he actually hated flying and preferred driving.
My record's clean. If I have a speeding ticket too, that's about it. I was at speed. I was going 70.
Hey, my camera is my witness. Okay? I'm driving the speed limit. Absolutely records a minute back. Okay. I'm driving the speed limit. I got my cruise set. And you're just casually gaining away from me. It's almost like you're speeding away from me.
Oh, I mean, I really wasn't trying to, man. I literally sat on cruise control. And I saw there, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Alright. Sorry, if I linger, I'm not trying to.
No, you're good.
Alright.
So what do you do right now, like, for work?
Sorry, with us?
What do you do for work right now?
Me? I'm literally trying to open a restaurant.
In Jacksonville, Florida?
Yeah, Jacksonville, Florida.
So I mean, like, you're not working right now, you're not employed or anything like that?
No, I'm just an investor. I do side jobs.
Okay.
Like I do flooring and stuff.
I got you. No, I was just asking. I was trying to figure out how you buying a plane ticket, stuff like that.
No, brother. Listen, I just got stopped like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like they thought I was a drug runner. I'm not no drug runner, man.
Where'd you get stopped at?
I got in Amarillo, Texas.
Did you make it by morning?
What's that?
You make Amarillo by morning? You know that song by George Strait?
Oh, no, the song. No. I do George Strait. Didn't he die? Cancer?
No, that's Toby Keith.
Did Toby Keith die?
Yeah, about 2 months ago.
George Strait. He's still alive?
George Strait, yes.
But yeah, look, this is what I do. Still living.
You stain floors?
No, I do concrete polishing, and I do epoxy.
Okay.
That's
How much does a job like that?
Recognizing the obvious lies, the trooper called for backup and pressed the nervous driver for the truth. Cornered by his own contradictions, Gonzalez finally cracked, admitting the trunk was loaded with 30 pounds of what he claimed was just legal. CBD.
It's been like... I had my boss's, well, because I was like, I was using his truck because I was doing floors.
Yeah.
So he was, I don't know, it's been 6 months. And then I recently just got one, not like 2 weeks ago in Georgia.
How fast was it?
Oh, that was speeding on that one.
So you always rent like a Turo? Why don't you just fly to Oklahoma City? I know you like flying,
No,
but like...
I'm going to. It's just like driving.
Yeah?
Because I don't know, sometimes she'll be like, she can have 2 days.
Yeah?
Sometimes my girl can have 2 days, and I don't know.
Yeah.
So I go with what I can take.
Well, I'm saying if you flew to Oklahoma City and just rented a car there, you know, you'd already be there. You wouldn't have, you could see her longer. You know what
I
I'm saying?
understand that, but sometimes I really love driving. Like, I'm a real deal. No, to be honest, I hate flying.
You ever thought about being a truck driver? You say you like driving, just you ever thought about being a truck driver?
No. Honestly, like a big rig.
Yeah.
I can handle what they call it. I mean, I'm a farmer. I grew up farming cattle, pigs, all that. I get back to trailer, but them trucks, I almost got hit all the way. I just got down the road.
I know there's a bunch of freaking trucks around here.
Oh no, you have no idea. My heart. Oh my God. I almost got ran over. I'm not even kidding you. They almost hit me. Like he probably was like,
yeah,
this supposed to run me off the road.
You gotta watch for them. Yeah. They won't check their mirrors.
Yeah, I was.
A lot of good truck drivers, but there's some that just don't check their mirrors. So.
Nah, but that one got my heart racing. I mean, if you would have hit me, it was FedEx, so...
I understand.
I would have got paid.
You're good. Let me finish checking your license. Just go stand right there. Give me a second.
But a search of the trunk revealed a gray suitcase and a military duffel bag packed with vacuum-sealed marijuana wrapped in dryer sheets to mask the odor, along with a hidden 9mm handgun. Gonzalez quickly confessed he was smuggling the real deal to Florida for extra money, ending his quick trip in handcuffs with a mountain of heavy felony charges. On July 8, 2023, police launched a pursuit after a white Dodge Challenger was stolen. Trooper Flemister took the lead as the suspect fled down Interstate 30 at speeds near 130 miles per hour, dangerously cutting through traffic and passing cars on the shoulder.
Past 139B, going south on 130 right there. 10-4. 18 to 16, I've got the scout there change. We're still going to be heading on I-30.
Since the driver refused to stop, the trooper waited for his opening and executed a precision pit maneuver. He struck the rear of the Challenger, sending the stolen muscle car spinning across the highway until it crashed hard into a concrete barrier.
I'm no longer secondary. Out of 18, we're all called secondary, I'll call it. We're 30 west. Get back from the south interchange. Right lane, Victor 120. Careful. 11, 18, and 16, y'all end it when you can. 10-4. Just past the 137 westbound. Number 2 lanes, Victor 135.
The driver, Marquette Mohammed, immediately jumped from the wreckage and bolted into the woods. His run didn't last long. Troopers quickly swarmed the area, took him into custody, and hit him with heavy charges including grand theft and felony fleeing.
Senator Collins supports and advocates for more funding for cancer research so that people can have better treatments, better outcomes, and live better lives as cancer survivors. Thank you, Senator Collins. Continue fighting for our family.
It's time for work. Everyone, get our new dishwasher. See if it lasts more than a week.
You know I can cook too.
You could be anything you want to be.
My place in the world is in the kitchen.
I hold up, little Tony.
Ask your mom.
Got a future world famous chef here. Don't corrupt him.
On November 5th, 2024, Trooper Henderson was running speed enforcement on US 61 when he clocked a black Honda flying at 70 miles per hour in a 55 zone. He initiated a traffic stop and approached the vehicle, but the driver, Edwin Vasquez, claimed he had absolutely no identification on him.
No, I was plugging it in. I thought I heard the battery thing beep, but the battery's full, I guess.
No, I don't know. I'm trying to launch it right now.
Do you have an ID?
I got my...
Something with your name and date of birth on it? Where are you from?
I got a picture of the picture before. I don't got my ID right now.
Okay.
So I got a picture of it.
You got a pen in there? Here. Flip to a blank page and write down your name and date of birth for me. And your address. Where are you staying at? Where do you live? What's your address?
Well, right now I live in Solo. Yeah, right now I just get a apartment.
Okay. Whose car is this? Okay. Where you been working at, man?
Well, I'm working at the land, you know, the Big River. I don't know.
Yeah, Big River. Okay. Date of birth? Put an address for me. Thank you. I'll be right back.
One layer looks kind of almost like a silver blue. They have to do this to make layers to get the It's slightly...
After having the driver write down his info, the trooper returned to his cruiser to run a background check. But Vasquez took the chance to floor it, fleeing the traffic stop. The trooper immediately gave chase. Following a quick, successful pit maneuver, the suspect car was sent spinning off the road and into a nearby field. The trooper instantly jumped out of his cruiser with his weapon drawn, shouting commands for the driver to exit the vehicle. Vasquez complied and was taken into custody without further incident, ending his short-lived escape with a trip straight to the county jail.
I said, give me a second, I'll be right back. I hear you just saying. Is it? No. No, sir. Listen. Did you not hear my sirens and my blue lights on behind me? Yeah, you look real down. The answers and the doors everywhere I can. Yeah, I thought this.
I'm so glad you asked that. You know what, I just got a thing. My dad left my mail in my door and I just got a thing. Yeah, it was so interesting. You asked that. Yeah, because I was wondering, because I don't even know. I don't know if there's a way to check on that. I have no idea. I mean, I don't know if it went exempt or something where I didn't collect it. Yeah, because I did that one course or whatever, and I think I completed it. I think I was supposed to do the graduation. If I remember, I think one of the advisors or something was texting me to ask if I was gonna go to the graduation or something. I don't know. There might have been. Yeah, so if there's a way for you to check on it. Yeah, because with something, if that was existent, then I'd be able to do that kind of work. But yeah, you have to have a college degree or something. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a way for you to check on that. I don't know how to. You would think so. You would think so. But no, it seems like there's a lot of people within those systems that should probably help people with those kind of things. It seems like they, work more to set people up and put them in the trenches than they do to help them. And then we also have support people who are kind of just there for support. And I think are too also aware of some of the bad practices of bad decisions maybe of state workers, just maybe knowingly or unknowingly. I don't think they really personally, hold those kind of things against anyone individually. Because for some people, it's almost like you see they have kind of that overall understanding of things like you do. So it's not as though, yeah, it's okay, it's just there's an understanding. Yeah, we cannot get the bird out of the tree. It's stuck up there. There's no way we can get it down. Can't do it. No. Nope, don't have one. Sorry. No, we're not going to cut a tree down just to get the bird out. I mean, if it was a kid, like a human being, yeah, probably we'd do more. But where it's a bird, we're not going to cut down the tree. If it can't fly its way out, then so be it. Let it roast in the sun. Yeah. It is 3:23 in the afternoon here. Speaking of animals, let's watch this
In Little Elm, Texas, was on patrol when he spotted something on the side of the road. A goat had escaped from its enclosure and was now grazing dangerously close to the main road. Afraid, a police officer in Afraid that somebody might hit it, the officer pulled over to help guide the goat back home.
Hey, where do you live? Little goat guy. Hey, look at this. Look how cool this car is. Get in the car. Yeah, that's good. That's a good goat. Come here. Go. Hey, go. Come here. No.
Goat guy.
No, come here. Hey. Come here. Look at that. Get in the car. No, you're not going to ram me. We're not doing that. No, bad goat. Go in there. Yeah, let's go for a ride. You're one bad mamma jamma. You have the right to remain silent and not make any statements at all. Any statements you make may be used against you at trial. Do you understand these rights that I have read to you? With these rights in mind, do you still wish to talk to me? You know what? So do you want to talk or no? Give me a bye.
The goat wisely exercised its right to remain silent. From there, the officer contacted the animal's owner, who came to pick it up. It's unclear how the goat escaped its pen or how far away from home it wandered. Thankfully, the officer was there to save it before it ventured into the street. Now, a similar scene unfolded on September 1st of 2020 in Douglas County, Georgia, when a sheriff's deputy arrived at a home to deliver some civil papers. She was walking back to her patrol car when she noticed an unwanted passenger in the front seat.
Yeah, go! Get out! Go! Come on! Come on!
Watching this.
Get out!
It's like cops versus animals or something.
Get out! Get out! Come on! Get out! Get out!
captain believed her when she said that a goat ate her paperwork? In a Facebook post, the deputy explained that she leaves her door open on these types of calls in case she needs to make a quick getaway. You never know how somebody will react when you serve them civil papers. Usually, she's more worried about angry dogs. She never thought somebody's goat would try and destroy the evidence. It was January 9th of 2026. Sheriff's deputies in St. Johns County, Florida, had just received the strangest call of their careers. Tina the emu had broken loose from her pen and was currently running up and down County Road 13. Deputy Tommy Keisler, a 25-year veteran, thought she'd be easy to wrangle. Instead, Tina quickly became one of the most difficult suspects he's ever had to deal with.
Interesting. I'm in pursuit of an emu. I'm currently behind the emu. He's running back southbound in the middle of the road. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come on. Oh, gosh. Go this way. This way. This way. Keep going. This way. You know, some big old talons. Come here. Is this where you live? I'll be honest with you, I've never handcuffed an emu before, but they'll fit around his legs, and that'll keep him from kicking. There you go. Oh, look who's got you now. A little closer, there we go. There's that one. Don't move. Don't move. Not yet, not yet, not yet. I got one on. Don't look at me that way. Hey, don't bite me. Don't even think about it. Don't do it. Are you done resisting? I don't want to have to charge you. Don't talk back to me. Now you're behaving, aren't you? Secured. Look at that. I have a full set of cuffs on this emu.
Tina the emu was charged with felony fleeing, resisting arrest, and battery on a law enforcement officer. However, the charges were later dropped because she was so darn cute. When Deputy Keisler was responding, he figured the emu was nothing more than an oversized turkey. Then the 5'6" officer got there and found himself standing eye to eye with Tina. He described chasing Tina like pursuing a mini velociraptor, and that he must have missed the day they did emu combat training at the academy. On December 29th of 2021, an emergency call came into the sheriff's office in Collier County, Florida. A 26-year-old man was currently trapped in the jaws of an 8-year-old Malayan tiger at the Naples Zoo. Officers arrived on the scene and were quickly forced to make a tragic, life-saving decision.
I can call my boss and see.
Yeah, somebody got attacked by the tiger inside. Ripped their arm off.
Oh my, are you serious?
Yes, we're serious. You hear all the lights and sirens? This isn't a joke. All right, where are the tigers at?
Over here, there's just one. There's a line right there, but listen how I got this.
Hey, we got the keys!
You guys can get in with me. I got them.
Come on. Hey, anybody else coming can slow it down.
Tiger is right over here.
Where would they be able to put their arms?
It was just behind the fence.
Where's the tiger at?
Right up here. Oh, can you just hold on?
Yeah, you hear?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Is that real?
Please. Oh my God. Please help me. Echo. Please help me.
Why is she all by herself? No one's over here.
Hey, you're gonna have to fuck.
Please. Oh my God.
Why is she even in that?
You got a tranquilizer? No.
Oh, wow.
Left without a choice, the officer fired his service weapon and neutralized the tiger. From there, they were able to drag the man to safety, but his fight wasn't over.
Naples 1 Charlie 10 shots fired.
Come here, bud. Come here.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Tourniquet on you? Hey, I need a light here. I need a light. Right here.
Yeah.
Jake. Shine it on me?
Yeah. Here's the tourniquet, bro.
Come and grab him. Here. Where's the other? No, just grab him and flip him over. You're okay. We got you.
Yep, notify the field lieutenant.
Get a tourniquet on that arm.
Have him respond.
Move your arm, buddy. Move your arm. You got a tourniquet? Get that six. Get that six.
I don't know, I had to shoot it.
Tighten that windlass.
I don't know where I even hit it.
Make that as tight as you can fucking get. 170, 160?
I don't even know where I hit it.
160? Okay. Where is it at?
I don't know. I had to...
Where did he get him at?
He was pulling him through right here.
Jesus Christ.
And he had his arm in his mouth as I got here. Trying to pull him through the fence.
Where's he at right now?
I know.
Where's he at right now?
I don't know. Where did he go? Do you know?
Did you shoot?
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot?
Yeah.
I heard a shot. One. Just one, right?
Yep. He took off.
Okay.
The victim, 26-year-old River Rosenquist of Naples, was in rough shape, but he'd ultimately survived the encounter. According to reports, he worked for a third-party cleaning company that was only supposed to clean certain areas of the zoo after hours. He shouldn't have been anywhere near the tiger exhibit, and nobody knows why he climbed over the viewing fence and reached into the enclosure. Sadly, Echo the tiger was pronounced deceased on the scene after suffering a fatal gunshot wound. The zoo wanted to press charges against Mr. Rosenquist, but no such laws exist on the books in Florida. In June of 2019, a woman in Lufkin, Texas, heard glass shatter in her living room. Fearing that someone had broken in, she ran and hid in her closet, where she immediately called the police. That's when she realized she'd left her weapon on the kitchen counter. Worried that the suspect was armed, local officers approached with extreme caution.
Raise your hand! Raise your hands! There's someone inside. Hey, we got the house running. Come on out. Police, let me see your hands. That's a deer. It's a deer. It's a deer. Open the door. Oh, golly. There we go.
Now, there are between 35 and 36 million deer in the U.S. They're among the most abundant animal species in the country and can be found in every single state. That means they're bound to wind up in a few places they're not supposed to be. Take this next clip from Louisville, Kentucky, when a wild deer wound up inside the local YMCA.
I'll tell you what, here, I'm going to walk behind you. Do me a favor. Stand right over here for me, okay?
I got you.
Or stand over here. I want it to feel like you can walk through these doors. Are you able to keep those doors manually open? Let's see if we can get this. Hi, girl.
You got an apple?
It's okay. It's okay. We're not to trespass from the property, girl, okay?
According to the Louisville Police Department, they've seen more deer in urban areas due to local flooding. Thankfully, this one went peacefully, unlike this next intruder who tried to rob a New York bank.
Wake up.
Officers in Suffolk County escorted the deer out of the bank. Unfortunately, the damage was already done. It's unclear if the bank's insurance policy covers wild animals. This salon in Iowa found itself in a similar boat when a wild deer decided to book an impromptu haircut. It was allegedly upset upon hearing that the salon didn't take walk-ins.
Hey. 3-6 leak on my maid entry. There is a deer in here. He's bleeding from going through the window. Hey, stop. Bro, I know you're freaking out. Chill for a second.
Off camera, officers used a catch pole to remove the deer from the salon. It had sustained a few minor injuries from broken glass, but was ultimately okay. This final deer put police in Wausau, Washington to the test when it broke through the window of a local nursing home. Now, while it may sound funny, the situation was extremely tense given the number of high-risk patients. There's no telling what kind of diseases this wild animal was spreading through the halls.
Do you have a shield by chance? Watch this thing come around and just deck me. Holy moly. Oh, yeah.
What, is that an outside door?
That's
how does it open? Just push it? Okay. Alright, we gotta stay shoulder to shoulder. Heads up, heads up.
I got it. Go open that door. Go open that door. Go open that door. I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Hey, can we have another nurse over here?
Yeah. Can you open that door?
Can somebody grab that door? I'm coming.
You get kicked.
Yep. You guys all right? Yeah, we're good. 160. Alright, we're gonna have to clean up.
This is disgusting.
We'll walk around.
Thankfully, all the deer featured in these clips were rescued and returned to the wild, including this bonus doe who just wanted to go for a swim.
Deer stuck in a swimming pool, an in-ground swimming pool. It's in distress, and we're calling animal control. 313 clear. I'm checking it out.
I've just got 1 foot off the edge. Just don't slip in. There we go. Well, she's good.
At YoPlay, we always select the best strawberries. Perfectly ripe. That's why our yogurt is so good. YoPlay, America's favorite strawberry yogurt.
Another invite? Why is everyone getting married at the same time? What about the ranch-themed bachelorette party? Gemini? And Chrome? Which of these weekends works best with my calendar? Perfect. I could totally get married on a horse.
You take your gut health seriously, but your dogs? Take a Zesty Paws with Zesty Paws. Our daily probiotic supplements help fortify your dog's digestion, so when nature calls, they're good to go.
Bears are omnivorous, meaning they eat both plants and animals. And while they're strong and fast enough to hunt most mammals on Earth, about 70% of their diet consists of something other than meat. Apparently, they really like trash.
Whoa!
locally famous black bear in Kings Beach, California. The name comes from the light-colored fur pattern on its chest, making it look like the 400-pound mammal is wearing a t-shirt. You'll see it when the cops help this big boy out of the dumpster.
There we go. Nice, Joe. Now if you go back in, he's starting to go. There he goes. There we go. Here he goes. He's going to go down and he's going to come out. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh, there he goes. He's out. Come on, attaboy. Good boy.
About 12 miles northwest of Kings Beach in Truckee, California, locals called the police after catching a mama bear and her cub rummaging through a dumpster. That's when the lid fell closed on the baby while it was still inside, forcing this officer to make a daring rescue.
Hi, Mama. You're pretty. We're gonna help baby get out. I remember, I'm a friend. There you go, baby.
Yeah, like someone spooks
Go to
it.
Mama.
You can get killed by it on your special day. You can do it like
Remember, if you live in Bear County, always remember to secure your trash and lock your dumpsters. You should also lock your doors and windows. Apparently, bears have learned how to open those too.
I know, buddy. We're trying to get you out.
This homeowner in Durango, Colorado called the cops after a small black bear had broken into their home through an unlocked window. Thankfully, they were safe upstairs, while officers on the ground tried to figure out how to get the bear out safely.
or
Get
just
out of
like
here!
nice, like those nice little like
He got his claws up underneath the door down there and just pulled it out.
like the Renaissance Day type thing. Like a nice stride.
I know, especially at my age. I didn't know I could still move that fast.
Bears are food-driven creatures. Once they smell something tasty, they have a hard time ignoring it. This cub must have smelled something extra good when it strolled into a grocery store in Petersburg, Alaska.
Keep going, push this way. Oh. Got him? We got him. Where do you want to put this thing now? Back in the truck? Oh, and we got a little deal though.
Sadly, the cub in this video had to be euthanized after the encounter. According to the Alaskan Department of Fish and Game, it was small and emaciated for the time of year. It had also been abandoned by its mother for unknown reasons. It had no way to fend for itself and would likely continue interfering with the local population. On August 22nd of 2023, police in Irving, Texas were called to a local apartment complex after a woman reported an 8-foot snake in the parking lot. Imagine stepping out of your car only to see this slithering by your feet.
You got any neighbors? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know if it's to be a neighbor.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
So how do you guys track it?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know if they'll come out for this. I don't know where to put him now. No, I can't let him loose. He's not indigenous to this area. All Parks and Wildlife.
Control come out here at all? What was that? Oh, God. You can't put it in the dogs, so the dogs sit here.
God, what a beautiful snake.
Officers broke out the measuring tape to measure the runaway snake. Technically, anything over 6 feet is illegal to keep as a pet within the city limits.
Dusty, pull that.
How far are we looking so far?
6 foot right here.
Okay, so she's over.
Yeah.
She's still coiled up. Alright. That's all I needed.
Huh? She does. Where do you want her?
Alright, so when we put her in my truck, I need to call my supervisor to see if we've already decided the owner for her.
Okay.
If we want to give her, hello sweet girl, if we want to give her.
Officers learned that the snake's name was Miss Bonnie after contacting the owner. Unfortunately, they would have to take Miss Bonnie to a wildlife rehabilitation sanctuary since she was too long to keep as a legal pet. After the encounter, Officer Steve Burris was nicknamed the Snake Whisperer for his bravery during the rescue. We can't say the same for this Florida cop who jumped like a child when this baby slithered by.
Hang on!
In his defense, they don't teach you how to deal with snakes at the academy. Then again, they live in Florida, which has 44 native snake species, 6 of which are venomous. It's unclear if this little guy was one of those 6. Police in Ada County, Idaho were in the middle of a routine traffic stop when 3 unrelated suspects began interfering with the investigation. That's when the group suddenly charged the officer instead of complying with his orders to leave.
No. Hey, go home. Go home. Go home. Go. Hey. Get back. Hey. Go ahead. Get out of the road. I think I'm Hey, get back.
The tense negotiations lasted about another 2 minutes. Eventually, the officer gave up and got back into his squad car. These hardened criminals were simply too much.
Get out of the road! Get out of the road! Get out of the road! Come on!
It's unclear if these were wild turkeys or if they had escaped from a nearby farm. Judging by their rotund appearance, we're leaning towards the latter. A more dangerous scene unfolded in August of 2022 in Wausau, Washington, when a wild turkey broke into a man's apartment.
And the net, though, is what I'm saying. Because
So when I go in there, I want to be able to like get it.
It's a turkey, not a tiger.
Yeah, it's gonna scratch you. Have you hunted turkey before? To be honest, I don't really know what to do afterwards though. No, I'm just saying like once we catch it, I'm saying like do we just release it?
Came through a broke the windows completely out. That's what I was called.
I don't know, dude. Turkeys can be kind of gnarly sometimes. You got here. I see it.
How big is it?
I think it's doable.
Oh yeah. It's walking around.
It's not a tom, so that's good.
Oh god.
Alright, should we just go in at it? What are you hiding over there for?
You got the gloves and the net. Come on, let's go.
Alright. Yeah. I told you it's getting. Yeah, we needed 2 of these, Brady.
Get it or not?
Got in one room.
Okay, keep it in that room. We need another mat. Because I'm useless.
Oh my god. Got him.
Well done.
Alright, now I just don't know two.
How far down? I mean, we're on the 2nd floor. It's probably not mega suitable to just.
I got him. Hold on. Brady, hold on to this. Alright, let's go outside. It's alright, buddy.
There you go. Well done.
Male turkeys, also known as toms or gobblers, come equipped with sharp spurs jutting out the back of their legs. Thankfully, this was a female, so the cops only had to worry about its beak and front claws, which can still do some damage.
KT tape increases blood flow to help reduce pain. Because you can either give up or you can tape up. KT tape, pro-style pain relief.
Pacifico is more than just a beer. It's a bright yellow invitation to live like you mean it, to take more detours, to feel the music, and find the flavor. Choose yellow. Choose Pacifica.
Hotels.com introduces Save Your Way. Choose how you save. Take instant savings now or bank as rewards for a future trip. Save Your Way. It's exactly what it sounds like, unlike headphones. Save Your Way, only at Hotels.com. Hotels.com. It's all in the name.
Florida is home to roughly 1.3 million alligators. That's roughly 1 for every 18 people. They're a part of life in the Sunshine State, and more often than not, they cross paths with local police. On April 18th of 2020, officers in Cape Coral were called to wrangle a gator that had wandered into someone's driveway.
Push and pull. There you go. Hard part's done.
This next officer in Pasco County decided to harness
Was
his
that too
inner
loud?
crocodile hunter.
A little bit.
Instead
No,
of using
that's
ropes
what
and pole
yeah.
arms, he decided to
Yes.
wrestle
It's
this
the
rogue
BFDI
gator with
pencil.
his bare hands.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, it looks like BFDI pencil, to be honest.
Did you draw that one, or was that one Robbie drew?
I think that was a Robbie drew.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Robbie did that. No. I can't
Can you
remember
do
if
this
it was
option?
you or him. was talking about this. We put it up on my wall. It was a picture Robbie drew.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, if you don't mind, just cover his eyes up. There's a towel behind my passenger seat. When we grab it.
It's safe to say this wasn't the officer's first alligator rodeo. However, his chief likely told him to play things safe next time. An adult male alligator can grow to be 14 feet and weigh upwards of 1,000 pounds. The largest on record in Florida was a 17.5-foot behemoth, though legend has it that an 18-foot red-eyed gator named Two-Toed Tom secretly stalks the swamps. It was shortly after 2 a.m. on January 27, 2024. The circus was leaving town in Marion, Indiana, when one of the animal transport trucks caught fire on Interstate 69. A state trooper saw the fire and raced to the scene, where the truck driver was desperately trying to save his precious cargo.
You probably need more help with the zebras than I do. So what are we doing? Getting the animals out. Still a couple more in there. Come on! Come on, Bob! Come on, Bob! Come on, Bob! Come on, let me go. Hey, Corky! Right here. Shit, come here. Go, 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 go. Alright, y'all need to come on now. Come on, let's go. Come on. Everybody get back. Is that it? Yes.
Thankfully, the officers were able to rescue all the circus animals before the semi went up in flames. Among them were 5 zebras, 4 camels, and an adorable miniature horse. Nobody was hurt, though the state trooper and a sheriff's deputy required treatment at a nearby hospital for smoke inhalation. As for what caused the fire, investigators blamed it on equipment failure. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more just like it, be sure to click the link on screen now. With that, thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one.
From St. Pete.
Start your journey with a Free For Me checking account at Connected Credit Union. Customized for teens and young adults ages 13 to 25, our Free For Me checking is the perfect tool for those who are beginning to learn the process of maintaining a checking account. With Free For Me checking, you...
Ryan and Olivia, who they're on the side of the interstate here. How are you guys doing today? How long have you been stuck here on the side of the road?
Doing great. We've been stuck
Fantastic.
Like an hour and a half. Feeling a little hot, but it's okay. It's worth it. It's being able to tell everybody what's going on. It's been really fun and seeing everybody's reactions, but it's still very stressful, and I hope everybody in the situation is okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right now that we got the high patrol.
Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the lights.
the screen with blackie. So they're saying, okay, murder suspect, barricaded homicide suspect. There we go. Murder suspect. That gives us more information about what we're looking at.
Always almost that was.
Yeah, and you guys said that you've seen about 30 cop cars down the road from here. Is that right?
The situation here in Florida, a lot of people have been sending me messages saying, you better check this out. So we'll see exactly what is exactly happening here. It keeps fading in and out.
Put the door back on them. Yeah, right? Man, I would have been gave up. I seen all these police alive. I got it on the video. Yeah. Yeah, he's probably sweating in there. Yeah. Yep. It's crazy. I don't know what they doing, but they doing something. A lot of law enforcement out here. A lot of law enforcement. Lots. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the taps. Tap in. If you want to see what's going on live in Fort Myers, Florida, 239. I-75 north, southbound.
I-75 southbound.
And we just parked in the middle of the road, and I bet you that traffic goes miles and miles and miles.
Tuesday, July 21st. Yes. Yesterday, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the moon in 1969. The first thing I have to say is that our guest in a few minutes is the great Victor Davis Hanson. How do we get Victor Davis Hanson to appear on this show? Plain and simple, it's blackmail. If he doesn't come on the show, we reveal stuff that we know about him and friends of his, and he doesn't want that to happen, so he comes on the show. And that's a sweet deal for us, because we don't have to do anything. He just comes on the show. So in a few minutes, we all get the benefit of the dirt that I have. Yeah, okay, I might be kidding about that. We are so thrilled to get him on. I have to tell you, there are very few people in America right now who are doing the work that he is doing of helping us understand the times in which we live. So in a couple of minutes, the great Victor Davis Hanson will be on this show. I wanted to share where I've been and where I'm going, and I don't mean metaphorically, I mean literally. I have been everywhere. You know that I was in Las Vegas. You know that a few weeks ago I was in Washington State at the Gorge, which is a natural amphitheater in the middle of nowhere, just about in the middle of nowhere, 2.5 hours from any major airport. And while I was there, I mean, it was really, it was a He-Man haters, what was that Little Rascals thing? It was the He-Man Haters Club. It was like a He-Man kind of thing. It was like 5,000 men wearing camo, and it was fantastic. And I was given some gifts while I was there. Now, I also got stuff given to me when I was in Las Vegas, and I want to relate the two. For example, the event that happened in Washington State was called Freedom Con 2026. The event that I was at in Las Vegas was called Freedom Fest 2026. And I want to relate those two incidents for you to show you what I got at both of them. And I will use something that I got at the first event to open the box that I got mailed to me from the second event. Are you following? And then when that's over, if I have time, I'm going to tell you where I'm going next, which involves Los Angeles, Nashville, Murfreesboro, England, doing Socrates and the City stuff in England, and then I'm going to be back in Dallas. On and on it goes. But okay, so while I was at Freedom Fest, I got a whole bunch of things. I got this crazy set of, this was gifts given to me by the folks running it. Josh McPherson, he gave everybody who participated these magnificent cowboy boots. I don't have them to show you here, but they're these extraordinary cowboy boots and other stuff. But the one thing that I couldn't take on the plane is a Bowie knife This is the most beautiful, sharp Bear and Son is the name of it. Bear and Son Bowie. This is a weapon here. You could kill people pretty quick with this. This is a real beautiful Bowie knife that was given to me. And I thought, what am I going to do with that? Living in New York City. And then the package came from Freedom Fest in Los Angeles, and I thought, how can you possibly open that up if you don't have a Bowie knife? So I said, I'm gonna use the Bowie knife. I've already kind of pre-sliced it, but this, what I got here in this box, the guts are starting to come out. We're gonna have to bleed this out later. But what I got here, I'm excited about this. Basically, the head of Freedom Fest, Mark Skousen, read my book, Revolution. And he decided every year at Freedom Fest they give out a book award. It's the Leonard E. Reed Award. That's actually the name of the man, Leonard E. Reed. Get it? But that's his real name. And he, his award, the Leonard E. Reed Award, is given to an author every year for a specific book. And this is the Freedom Fest 2026 Leonard E. Reed Award for Revolution, the Birth of the Greatest Nation in the History of the World. So I got this amazing award this year at Freedom Fest. It was pretty extraordinary. Kennedy, whom you know from Fox News, was on hand to give this to me. And so I got this, but Mark Skousen, who gave it to me, said, I'm the first person ever to win this award twice, because 4 years ago at Freedom Fest 2022, I was awarded the Leonard E. Reed Book Award to me for my book, Is Atheism Dead? So I am the only human being alive in the history of the world, or any world, who has won the Leonard E. Reed Award not once, but twice. And here they are, and they're very similar. They're not exactly the same, because technology in creating these awards has improved. So the new one is even more beautiful. But these are the two Leonard E. Reed Awards. This is for Is Atheism Dead?
How far
If you
north
haven't
are we
read
talking?
that,
We're talking about Hyperborea. How far north are we going? Are we talking Ultima Thule? Are we going all the way up there? I gotta look up where the North Slope is. Hey, I'm not opposed. I'd have a little bit of caribou. Why not? Why not?
Brilliant man.
I'm on my way.
Who loves this country.
I'm on my way.
He saw fit.
Thank you, Mr. Tracy Sr. I appreciate that.
So I want to say thank you to Mark
Thank you, Bill.
Skousen and to
If I
Freedom
may.
Fest for inviting me.
I'm on my
and
way.
What happened there? It was just
Huge amount of
absolutely
support.
wonderful.
Billy Johnson says,
and
mods
I,
banning, I think something is wrong with viewers, not cool.
They're just
Wrong,
so
only one
I'll
rule
just leave them there
spamming.
for now
I'm not sure. I didn't see what happened.
on the
If
program.
people are saying
Chris,
like
you and I were
crazy
gonna talk
reprehensible
about-
stuff, they tend to get
I've been
banned
traveling
justifiably
so
if they're
much that
spamming
it's
like
just-
racial
it's been
slurs or
crazy. I was in
something.
Maine.
Probably don't do that. Thank you very much, Billy Johnson. I appreciate that. I didn't see. Thank you.
I said Tuesday. Yesterday I came home from Maine.
Folks,
Suzanne
ladies and
Maine
gentlemen,
weekend in Bangor.
I think that might be a wrap for the show. We have one more super chat here from No Illegals, No Terrorists. He says, I love the idea of a family-friendly everything. Get her done. Get her done. Thank you. Hey, maybe we'll do something. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
It was an extraordinary
Folks,
gathering.
that is going to be a, oh my goodness, that is a wrap for today's broadcast. Thank you everyone here for tuning in today. You know, on YouTube and Rumble there will be 3 individual videos later today you can go check out. We'll be live here again tomorrow, noon Western, 3 p.m. Eastern. Go check out MorrisReport.com. MorrisReport.com, go check it out. Follow, like, subscribe. But I'll be back tomorrow, folks. I need to go get some lunch. I'm starving. Take care, folks. Thank you all very, very much, sincerely, for tuning in today. We've got the #1 community. We really do. Thank you all very much for being a part of it. I'll see you folks tomorrow. Take care, everyone. God bless and stay safe. Thank you very much.
Quick. And the second one is already more than half sold out. That is this Friday. This Friday, 2 p.m. event. The 6 p.m. event is sold out.
Strategy against Iran. He's made it clear that he will consider and pursue any and every option necessary to achieve America's objective of ending the Iranian nuclear threat once and for all. Sean, you perhaps more than any other has covered how for 47 years this regime operated with bloody impunity. They murdered Americans, they tortured dissidents, they engaged in proxy terrorism across the region, across the globe, and of course they're responsible for the roadside bombs that left so many of our bravest mortally wounded and terribly disfigured. Everyone wanted to push this problem aside, and of course, Obama, worst of all, funded, empowered, enabled, and led to the rise of the Iranian regime as a hegemony. President Trump is the only American president who's had the courage and the foresight and the willingness to take this threat head on and to say, we're not going to shove it aside, we're not going to let this threat go, we're not going to wake up in a morning where Iran has a nuclear weapon and the capacity to use it against American citizens. We're going to deal with this here, we're going to deal with it now, and we're going to do whatever it takes. And the results have been very clear. The regime has been eviscerated militarily, financially, politically, in every possible way. And that off-ramps there anytime they wanted to make a deal and to honor and abide by that deal. But if they think they can cross America and get away with it, they and everyone watching around the world has learned a very clear lesson about America and President Trump, Sean.
You know what is so insane, as Stephen Miller just says here? The Trump administration is always at all times, still to this day, maintaining somewhat of an olive branch, an off-ramp for the Iranian regime. What does that look like? Still, the deal's on the table. Listen, Iranian regime, if you agree to stop attacking all of your neighbors, civilians, random innocent people in the region, if you agree to stop funding terror cells and terror proxies in the region, if you agree to shut down your nuclear weapons program, and if you agree to open up the Strait of Hormuz, then all of this is over. Then it's done. Then we pack up and we go home, shut it down, everybody's happy. Perhaps we came close to that with the Memorandum of Understanding, as it was called recently. It fell apart, though. Why did it fall apart? Because the Iranian regime, mid-negotiation, amidst this ceasefire, amidst the Memorandum of Understanding, guess what they did? They started launching ballistic missiles and suicide drones at random, innocent civilian vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. You don't get to blow up civilian maritime vessels in the Hormuz. At that point, we don't really have an understanding anymore, do we? Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Iranian regime, they seem to be doubling down. Take a listen to this. Breaking news this morning. Look, Iran has organized more than 1 million fighters for potential ground battles with the United States of America, saying, quote, it is, quote, waiting for the arrival of American troops on the ground to set them on fire and punish their regional partners forever. This is coming out of IRGC-affiliated state-owned media. So propaganda IRGC media coming out this morning. So it's effectively a statement from the IRGC. They say, we have been waiting for this moment for years. Come on, we are ready for you, they say, warning that this will create, quote, an historic hell for the Americans on Iranian soil, and it will expand the war to the entire region. Iran also reaffirms, quote, it currently has no plans for negotiations and is focused on defense and ground battle preparations premier. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I might throw you for a loop here. It seems to me to be the case that the Iranian regime actually genuinely, seriously does want an all-out U.S. ground invasion of Iran. It seems like that is sincerely what they want. When they say this stuff, I don't think they're talking smack. I think they're trying to bait us into doing that. You might notice, as President Trump, who has all the intel, all the insight, all the information, has President Trump launched? Has he given the order to launch an all-out ground invasion of Iran? No, he hasn't. Why do you think he has not? What happens if we have an all-out ground invasion of Iran? To some degree, I'm sure we'd win. Of course we would win. But there will be dead Americans along the way. That is what Iran wants. Iran understands the only way that they can really perhaps inflict some serious type of damage to the United States, to our economy, to our military, is if we fight them head on. Right now, we're completely dominating them doing what we are doing. Trump understands this. Trump knows our greatest advantage is that we can strike them, we can drop bombs on them with pretty much complete and total impunity, and they can't really do anything about it. In fact, Trump literally said that. He said, we're about to drop...
This car isn't finished.
willing to lead you
until
back and forth on tankers, and we will keep it open. But you
in total air superiority, we can lob missiles and bombs at them. They can't really do a whole lot back. They want us to launch a ground invasion. Trump isn't giving them that. So here's what I expect, ladies and gentlemen. What seems to be the case is that Trump is totally comfortable just continuing lobbing and firing missiles, and we have American drones and maybe even nuclear bunker buster bombs. I think that's the way things are going to keep on going. I think we are just going to keep on bombing the living hell out of them, their nuclear facilities, Pickaxe Mountain, their energy facilities, power plants, etc., and also their bridges. As President Trump explicitly says today, that we will just keep on bombing and bombing and bombing until at some point they capitulate, until at some point they comply. Seems like we might be able to do this forever. Time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. Things are heating up. Regardless of what happens, I think we can have some faith here that Trump will continue to put America first. Ladies and gentlemen, there is our daily Iran update. Trump says, unleash the gates. He says, open the gates of hell. You know, here is the truth. You know, we can do some math here. It seems to be the case to me that we, the United States, we can manufacture bombs, missiles, drones faster than the Iranians can rebuild. They're trying to rebuild and dig out their bunkers, da-da-da. They're trying to get a grip on, you know, because if we start blowing up power plants and desalination plants and bridges, we've got more ammunition. We've got more bombs and missiles and drones. We've got more munitions, simply put, than they have capacity to rebuild this stuff. And I think Trump knows that. Trump has looked at the calculus. He's got all the top military advisors here. He's got the satellite imagery. Seems like this is the given path. This is the path that we're going to continue going on. Trump says, open up the gates of hell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we have another story here that I would love to talk to you folks about. This is more of a domestic story. I'll tell you something here. Yesterday evening, the Democrats and the rhinos and Democrats, they might as well just be the same damn people at this point. They're really working towards the same agenda. They all seem to hate America. Anyway, the rhinos and the Democrats, last night, I'll tell you what, they had a very bad night. We had a pretty good night. I'll tell you why. Let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday evening, something absolutely massive happened all the way on over in the great state of Arizona that right now not only has the Democrats absolutely panicking, but also it has their good friends, the rhinos, absolutely panicking. The Republicans, in name only, they are not happy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and break it all down. Take a look at this. Late last night, every single one of President Trump's endorsed candidates made their way, they dominated their way through various Arizona state primaries. Trump endorsed, he gave his personal endorsement to 7 individual MAGA America First candidates. All 7 of them won in the state of Arizona. A clean sweep, 100% victory rate. Take a look at this. Trump chimes in. He says, MAGA candidates won everything. Last night in Arizona, a complete sweep. He says, I won Arizona 18 months ago. The Democrats are dumbfounded. He says, good one. He says, after decades, Arizona is becoming a Republican state. Congratulations to all. President Donald J. Trump. Now, folks, there are some very massive implications of this entire situation. Bear with me or we're going to break it down. There is a reason why this is such a big deal. There is a reason why the Democrats and the rhinos are absolutely panicking right now. Give me a moment here to explain why. Take a listen to this report first.
Enforcement power holding strong in the key swing state of Arizona and scoring multiple primary wins last night.
Manuel Rivera is live in Washington with the results. Maddie, what happened?
Yeah, first in a gubernatorial race, guys, Republican Congressman Andy Biggs' win sets up what could be one of the most competitive races for governor this November. He is set to face Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs, who's running for another term. Republicans feel bullish about their chances of picking up this seat in a state that President Trump won in 2024. It is toss-up territory, though, as voters had picked a Democratic governor 2 years before that. As a hardline conservative, Biggs was asked about his ability to work with folks across the aisle. Here's what he said.
I don't either.
I am a conservative. I'm a principled conservative, but I work with people that don't necessarily agree with me on every issue, because you're not going to find someone who agrees with you on every issue. In other words, you can work across the aisle, and that's what I've always done, is try to find points of agreement.
I'll say it real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give you a little bit of a hint. These gubernatorial elections, they are an absolutely massive deal, because who specifically gets to decide whether or not some given state is a sanctuary state? It's the governor. The governor pretty much has authority to decide we're a sanctuary state or we are not. You might take the hint here.
Another Trump-backed candidate, former NFL kicker Jay Feely, won the GOP nomination for the state's first congressional district. This is a closely watched race that could help determine control of the House. Feely's Democratic opponent is unclear, as that contest has not yet been called. Dems are also hoping to flip a seat in the 6th congressional district. Incumbent Republican Congressman Juan Ciscomani will be going head-to-head with Democrat Joanna Mendoza, who ran unopposed. She's come under scrutiny after reports that she followed several OnlyFans models and self-described witches on her official campaign Instagram account.
On her official campaign Instagram account, she was following various witches and OnlyFans models. I don't know exactly what you call them. A little bit curious. So, first off, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, as we said a moment ago, 7 out of 7 of President Trump's personally endorsed candidates, they steamrolled. They made their way through. Well, guess what? On that note, we got a very curious reminder. Really a confirmation coming out of CNN this morning. You say, CNN, wait a minute, I don't want to hear that. Folks, listen to this. Trump's polling, Trump's approval rating right now is so good, really the best ever, that even CNN is being forced to report on this morning. Take a listen here.
Trump is still very popular with Republicans. Just take a look here. Okay, 21st century own party approval rating, about at this point in the second term. We got Trump, we got Obama, we got Bush. Look, they're all fairly popular, but the one who is the most popular, and we have seen this time in and time out, no matter when you look, is Donald John Trump. He's the only one who's over 80%. 83% of Republicans still approve of the job that Donald Trump is doing as president. He still has that magic touch. We'll see if it carries over to South Carolina, but we've seen it in primaries this year, Senate primaries, and that's because he is still a very popular man, historically popular when it comes to his own party, liking and approving of the job that he's doing.
Folks, you know I love to say it. Well. We have been hearing for months, really for 16 months. The second President Trump stepped into the Oval Office back in January of 2025. We have been hearing from subversives. These are people, they hate President Trump. We've been hearing, what have we been hearing? We've been hearing that Trump has been abandoned by his base, that Trump has broken every single one of his promises, that Trump is a failure, that Trump is a loser, that Trump is bleeding support, that nobody even supports Trump anymore. Have you heard some people say that type of stuff? I've seen them. A lot of these right-wing podcasters out here, they're saying that these days. Well, as it would turn out, actually, snap back to reality. President Trump has the highest approval rating at this point in his second term than any president in this entire century, higher than Bush, higher than Obama. You know the Democrats love him. Barack Hussein Obama. Well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk specifically about Arizona and why it is such a big deal that President Trump...
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra. It's the truck.
State red. Ladies and gentlemen, let me...
So he's going to lose a lot of people, and they're not just crazy never-Trumpers. They're people who like him, that are conservative, that were all in on him being the next nominee, but they're very, very upset because I've talked to hundreds of them, and they feel that he didn't come out strongly against Nick Fuentes, as you point out. He did not come out against Tucker, and he said things himself that could be interpreted that he detests Netanyahu, doesn't like Israel, and he's suspicious.
It was just such a great character, and for you to play this dignified psychiatrist who's drinking with a mailman, and we're not really sure what Norm did.
So he said, this what you guys have come up with? I don't like it. I think you should play Frazier.
You know, you talk about America being founded not on a common race, ethnicity, or religion, but on ideas like liberty, equality, and self-governance. I feel now more than ever that's just a really important message.
If you don't know where you come from, you don't know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you can be controlled. There's a whole bunch of things that just have got to stop with our education system.
Detests Netanyahu, he doesn't like Israel, and he's suspicious of why they have support. So when he says things like he's still troubled by the Charlie Kirk thing or the Mossad, or there's some things we'll never know about Epstein, all of that reinforces that sense that he is too close to people that are unstable.
Kelsey Grammer.
Well,
you wear a lot of
hats. At this point, what fascinates me, I think what Tucker has done is absolutely despicable. He has really hurt Turning Point. If he was ever any friend to Charlie Kirk, he would do all he could to help Turning Point. He really has hurt Turning Point, put them in a difficult position. He certainly hurt the Heritage Foundation. He's playing some game where he doesn't seem to care about these things, and now, of course, he has publicly turned against the Republican Party. I mean, before that, he turned against Trump, and at some point, you just wonder who he's speaking to. I have no idea who Candace Owens is speaking to, but we know in our lifetime that the National Enquirer can always make money. There are always people out there who will believe that Mohan is married to a woman and will take that seriously. I mean, there's just a level of madness, but I guess to me, the viciousness that Nick Fuentes has expressed on any number of topics, extraordinary, vile viciousness, and he always despised and was jealous of Charlie Kirk. If there ever were a time to say, this guy is not of our tribe, and anybody, you have to choose. You follow Charlie Kirk, or you follow Nick Fuentes, or do you follow Charlie Kirk, or do you follow Candace Owens? We need leaders who are willing to do that. Trump is the only one who has been willing to do that, it seems to me. But we need more voices like that. And I think that Megyn Kelly in that same group, they've just done themselves effectively fatal damage, it seems to me.
Yeah, and I think it's what they do, I think in Tucker's case, he tries to identify with the heritage people, or he tries to identify with J.D. Vance, and then he puts them in a position where he wants to be extreme, and then he wants to force them to make a choice. And if they hesitate, then he takes that as an endorsement and gets more involved. At some point, people are going to have to see that he's playing them. And that's, I don't know, for a lot of the algorithms or the clicks or the bots or whatever it is, but they need to come out and say, this administration is a firm supporter of Israel. This administration does not believe in a conspiracy of Jews in the shadows that are running. This administration is firmly pro-capitalism, and it abhors what's going on with the Democratic socialists. I only say that because Tucker has talked very effusively of Graham Cotton and the socialist agenda.
You should maybe think about playing.
I'm unaware of that. Did you repeat that? Because I can't believe what you just said.
Yeah, he said he was going to have
for some reason I was cast as a soldier. I was like, you know, I can do that, you know. But
it's part of this
Rodrigo.
New Republican, new right.
No, it's something you should do. I would consider directing that.
There was very good things that people like Warren Cass and people did that called for a redirection of attention to closing the border and helping the white working class that was forgotten by globalization. But the next step beyond
Iago's the
that
most intelligent character in all of
is
Shakespeare.
sort of a quasi-socialism, and you tie that into the Jews running Wall Street and the financiers and the disloyal big techies and all that stuff. So he's got. I think he's going to have to come out and just say, I want to reiterate my support for the Donald Trump agenda in both economically, culturally, socially, politically, and in foreign affairs. And I do think his forte is domestic affairs. He found his one weakness. He's 42 years old. I don't think.
You're talking about J.D. Vance.
Yeah, yes. I wouldn't have put him in that spot. Let me phrase it that way. I wouldn't have put him in that spot of being a chief negotiator for the Iran deal when you have somebody like Rubio and others in the State Department. Because what he said about trusting or hoping that he's found the moderates among the Iranian delegation. That's just a complete amnesia of the last 47 years of both Democrats and Republicans who've dealt with that regime. There is no moderate group. If they're a moderate group, they're going to be shot in Iran. It's like saying there's a moderate Nazi group or there's a moderate group around Stalin. Doesn't exist.
We just finished doing this film, and it just came out.
Senator Collins supports and advocates for more funding for cancer research so that people can have better treatments, better outcomes, and live better lives as cancer survivors. Thank you, Senator Collins. Continue fighting for our family.
Amazing.
At Darling's Hyundai in Augusta, summer is sizzling and so are the savings. Lease a 2026 Hyundai Tucson, only $229 a month, $3602 due.
A lot of, like I said, in doing a lot of research and stuff, he was very loyal to the crown.
Yeah.
You know, he served. You know, and it wasn't until the actions, the unloyal actions of the crown, that forced him to change. So it had to be egregious.
Yeah,
for him to say no more.
I'm done. Yeah.
And then you fast forward. Here he is. He's basically, he could have easily been the new king of America.
Well,
he could have had 15-year terms, and he literally gave that. And the reason why
Megyn Kelly in that same group, they've just done themselves.
I don't think any other president
effectively fatal damage. It seems to me.
And I think it's what they do. I think in Tucker's case, he tries to identify with the heritage people, or he tries to identify with J.D. Vance, and then he puts them in
about schools and education. But I don't
in that same group, they've just done themselves
proper information,
effectively fatal damage. It seems to me.
Yeah, and I think it's what they do. I think in Tucker's case, he tries to identify with the heritage people, or he tries to identify with J.D. Vance, and then he puts them in a position where he wants to be extreme, and then he wants to force them to make a choice. And if they hesitate, then he takes that as an endorsement and gets more emboldened. So at some point, people are going to have to see that he's playing them. And that's, I don't know for the algorithms or the clicks or the bots or whatever it is, but they need to come out and say, this administration is a firm supporter of Israel. This administration does not believe in a conspiracy of Jews in the shadows that are running things. This administration is firmly pro-capitalism, and it abhors what's going on with the Democratic socialists. I only say that because Tucker has talked very effusively of Grand Platte and the socialist agenda.
Now, I'm unaware of that. Can you repeat that? Because I can hardly believe what you just said.
Yeah, he said he was going to have him on his show. He'd like to interview him. And so it's part of this new Republican, new right. There was very good things that people like Orrin Cass and people did that called for a redirection of attention to closing the border and helping the white working class that was forgotten by globalization. But the next step beyond that is sort of a quasi-socialism, and you tie that in with the Jews running Wall Street and the financiers and the disloyal big techies and all of that stuff. So he's got to, I think he's going to have to come out and just say, I want to reiterate my support for the Donald Trump agenda, both economically, culturally, socially, politically, and in foreign affairs. And
I'm pretty tired of
I do think his forte is domestic affairs. He's 42 years old. I don't think.
You're talking about J.D. Vance now.
Yeah, yes, I wouldn't have put him in that spot. Let me phrase it that way. I wouldn't have put him in that spot of being a chief negotiator over the Iran deal when you have somebody like Rubio and others in the State Department. Because what he said about trusting or hoping that he's found moderates among the Iranian delegation, that's just a complete amnesia of the last 47 years of both Democrats and Republicans who've dealt with that regime. There is no moderate group. If they're a moderate group, they're going to be shot in Iran. It's like saying there's a moderate Nazi group or there's a moderate group around Stalin. It doesn't exist.
Well, I mean, it does get confusing, and part of the reason it gets confusing is because President Trump is deliberately confusing, and I say that in a positive way. He's playing the game, he'll say things, and you never know exactly what he's doing, which I think is part of his genius. But I guess what many people wonder is whether this regime can go away. I mean, it would be everybody's fondest dream, at least I would say, that you know, the son of the Shah would step in and that we could return to the 1970s or some version of that, because we're dealing with maniacs. We're dealing with, you know, Armageddon-loving lunatics, theocrats, and I don't know. I guess now that we have started this war with them, these hostilities, you know, we might have left it alone. I don't think we should have, but now that we're here, I just don't know where it can go. I mean, I just don't see them ever doing the right thing, let's put it that way.
No, they will never. But you know, when the Berlin Wall fell, it took 2 to 6 months for the Warsaw Pact states to throw off communism, and 2 years for the Russians. So I think what Trump has done, he's so there. No one ever liked that regime, but they were afraid because that regime would kill them. But they were also told by that regime, you may not like us, but we are the power in the Middle East. We brought respect back to Iran, back to the Shia underdog version of Islam.